What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're recapping the Giants losing at home to the Los Angeles Chargers 27-22. Again, we score a weird total. Oh no, actually we didn't have 22 points. We had 23 last week. Tampa had 22 at one point, but still we lose 27-22. And this game was extremely bad because we lost 4 wide receivers this game, and all of these wide receivers are going to have some time taken off, which doesn't really matter because there's no playoff hopes. And I really honestly think we're going to go 0-16 this year. It's bittersweet because we will have a top draft pick, but yet you got to watch your team lose a lot of games. I could see the most wins we're going to get are probably going to be 3-2. At the most 3 or 2 wins, and that's being realistic right there because you look at the schedule, it's horrendous. So we lost 4 of our receivers. Sterling Shepard expected to be out about 2 weeks. Dwayne Harris out for the year. I said we should have cut him a long time ago, so I really don't care about him. Brandon Marshall's going to be out a couple weeks. He's still getting evaluated for how long he's going to be out, but he does have a sprained ankle, and as a wide receiver, sprained ankles are probably the worst injury you could have, no matter how minor it is, because that's literally what you're making your money off from, your ankles, making cuts and stuff like that. So he expect him to be out quite a while, and then Odell is out for the year. So we lost all of our wide receivers. Roger Lewis is expected to step up. He's probably going to be coming in as the #1 receiver for the next couple of weeks, along with Tavares King, who they're expecting to re-sign onto the Giants, and he was a pretty good receiver for us. And then Travis Rudolph, the rise of Travis Rudolph. That's pretty much the only thing I'm looking forward to this season is the rise of Darian Thompson, B.J. Goodson, and Wayne Gallman too, and Travis Rudolph. So all those guys I want to see play well. And it's not like I don't care about these games coming up, because I don't mind if we win or lose these games. It really doesn't matter to me anymore. But I really want to see what we get from these players going on to next season. I really recommend, if Ben McAdoo still has a job, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't really care if he gets fired today or gets fired right before the off season. I really don't care what happens. But Jerry Reese and Ben McAdoo need to go. But I just want to see what works, what doesn't. Let them experiment. Take this year to experiment of what works and what doesn't. We don't have anything to play for at this point. Nothing to lose. Just work on fundamentals, work on, let every game be a practice. Just let every game be a practice. Start experimenting, move on to next year, hopefully start again. Next year may be Eli's last. So, we got to do what we can this year. I heard Eli's also getting evaluated for a neck injury too, so that's bad. But it is what it is. But let's get on to the game. I really don't care about this game, but let's get on to the game. I didn't watch too much of the game because I was out most of the day. I think I caught it, right about at halftime, and then from there on. But it really was, it was a bad game to watch. The only thing I liked was that Roger Lewis touchdown and the Odell touchdown. That celebration from Odell was really cool, putting his heart into the football. That was very meaningful there, Odell. But he's gone. But let's get on to the stats, because I really don't feel like talking about the game. It's the same thing over and over again. Bad play calling. The offensive line gives up 5 sacks to Melvin Ingram, Joey Bosa and company, and some random defensive tackle also got a sack. So Phillip Rivers, 21 of 44. He didn't have a good completion percentage, but it seemed like every time he did throw the ball and complete it, it was for a first down. It was ridiculous. They got so many first downs. I'm going to have to look it up. But it may be over-exaggerated, but I think they really got a lot of first downs. And by the way, he was sacked a total of 0 times on that bad Chargers offensive line. So there's that. Phillip Rivers, 21 of 44, 258 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception from Darian Thompson, who gets his first interception of his career. Eli Manning, 21 of 36, 225 yards. So he was dinking and dunking most of the game, but he did take shots down the field. Those 2 touchdowns were down the field. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Came at the end of the game. Can't blame the guy. He had no wide receivers. And then 5 sacks, 42 yards. The running game for the Giants looked really good, but let's get on to the Chargers first. Melvin Gordon, he only had 20 carries for 105 yards. Don't get me wrong, that is great. That 5.3 yards per carry, that's a pretty decent day from a running back, but it really seemed like this guy had 200 yards on us. This guy could not be stopped. I'm telling you, could not be stopped. I don't know what the stat is for how many yards he lost in this game, but I'm pretty sure it's less than 10 how much yards he lost. Less than 5, it's got to be. So Melvin Gordon, he's pretty much then Eckler got 4 carries for 0 yards, so he didn't do anything on us. Orleans Darkwa had a good day on the ground. 8 carries, 69 yards. 8.6 yards per carry. Oh my God, I did not think we would see a running back get over 4 yards a carry this season with over 50 yards. But we did. We got Orleans Darkwa 8.6 yards per carry. That's what I like to see. Then again, this is like the worst rush defense in the entire league right now. You saw what Washington was last year. They were the worst rush defense last year, and Paul Perkins got 100 yards on them. Holy crap. So every year we're going to face a bad run defense team, and we'll look good on the ground, but we really aren't. But I liked what the offensive line did in the run game, not as much the pass game. Orleans Darkwa, 8. Yeah, I already got Orleans Darkwa. Wayne Gallman, 11 for 57. Wayne Gallman got 4 yards less than Paul Perkins total in one game. He got 57 yards to Paul Perkins, 61 on the year so far. So there goes that. Wayne Gallman, definitely a better running back than Paul Perkins. Orleans Darkwa, definitely a better running back than Paul Perkins. So, yeah, there's that. Shane Vereen putting up Paul Perkins-like numbers. 5 carries, 18 yards, 3.6 yards per carry. So moving on to the Los Angeles receiving game. Keenan Allen, 4 receptions, 67 yards. Didn't really do much, dropped a lot of balls, but I mean every ball he caught was for a first down, I'm pretty sure. He had 4 receptions. Every ball was for a first down. You look at his yards per reception, 16.8. I mean, Jesus. I mean, we could not stop that guy, even though he dropped a lot of balls. Melvin Gordon, oh my God. B.J. Goodson, he's a run-stuffing. He's a typical 4-3 middle linebacker, a run-stuffing middle linebacker, and should defend the field. He's not going to cover your athletic running backs out the backfield. He's not going to cover your athletic tight ends running down the seam. He's just not going to do that. He's a run-stuffing middle linebacker, typical 4-3 linebacker. So he had trouble in this game against Melvin Gordon. Then they started using Keenan Allen. They put Keenan Allen at middle linebacker, see what he can do. Melvin Gordon got a touchdown on Keenan Allen. So Keenan Allen was physically, this guy was untouchable. So Melvin Gordon, 6 for 58 and 2 touchdowns in the receiving game. Hunter Henry, 3 receptions, 42 yards. I expected him to get tons of many more yards because we cannot guard the tight end. Antonio Gates, 2 for 23, could have had a lot more. Eli Apple sometimes covered it. Eli Apple allowed Antonio Gates to get a big play on us. It was weird. Eli Apple was just bad. Odell Beckham Jr., we go on to the New York Giants receiving game. Odell Beckham Jr., 5 receptions, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Roger Lewis, 1 receptions, 29 yards. Shane Vereen, 4 for 27. Wayne Gallman, 5 for 25. Brandon Marshall, 2 for 15. Jarrell Adams, 1 for 11, and that was when they were trying to come back on that final drive. Rhett Ellison only got 9 yards, but he's a blocking tight end. Can't expect too much from him. Sterling Shepard, 1 for 9. Couldn't get things going before he was hurt. He got hurt early in the game. And Evan Ingram, astoundingly, 0 catches for 0 yards. He had 4 targets. They couldn't connect. Like I said, I didn't watch too much early in the game, so I didn't know what went on. I'll watch the tape later. But I don't know what went on, but it just seems like they couldn't connect, which is weird because I don't think Evan Ingram was a bad matchup against the Chargers linebackers or their safeties. I don't think their defense is that good to guard Evan Ingram, but I guess they were. Moving on to the defensive side of the field, Darian Thompson had himself a game, 11 tackles, 2 pass defense, 1 quarterback hit. He almost got there on a blitz. And then he also had an interception. So If there is a award, I call it the At Least You Tried award. I'll give that to Darian Thompson. Matter of fact, I'll give that. I'll share that. The At Least You Tried award goes to Darian Thompson and Odell Beckham Jr. because Odell was trying this game. He really was. He was pissed off that he got hurt, and those, honestly, I don't think those were real tears. It looked like he was faking that. It looked like he was trying to reenact the Victor Cruz injury, but it is what it is. He is a a camera magnet. So Landon Collins, 8 tackles, 8 all of them solo. So he also struggled this game too. Landon Collins really not doing anything this year. I mean, he's looking like the Landon Collins we saw his rookie year. The type of Landon Collins I thought was a complete bust. Landon Collins doesn't even have a sack, doesn't have an interception. You don't see him going in the box anymore. Every tight end is destroying him. He's not breaking back into deep coverage anymore and covering tight ends and covering receivers on the field. He's having a bad year. He's having a really bad year. All these defensive players are really. JPP really not doing anything. Olivier Vernon is hurt. He played hurt last year, but he really is hurt this year. And I don't even want to get into the rest of this, guys. It's ridiculous. But I may come out with a video, not today, but maybe tomorrow, on going on some potential draft picks for the New York Giants in multiple rounds, talking first round, second round, third round, some sleepers we may get, some guys I'm interested in. I really haven't looked at the draft class too much yet. Don't really know what's strong, don't really know what's weak. I know quarterback is definitely strong, but I'm not looking for a quarterback right now. We drafted Davis Webb for a reason. I want to stick with that. I just want to stick with that. I'm not wasting my draft pick on a quarterback. If I'm going to draft anybody, it's going to be either Saquon Barkley or that McGlinchey guy out of Notre Dame. So, or any other offensive tackle on the board. But Saquon Barkley's looking really good right now. But I don't know what else to say, guys. This game was terrible. I'm not going to talk about the game because there's nothing really to talk about. We lost a game again in the final seconds of the game where we had a lead most of the game. And it is what it is. So, I don't know. I mean, Paul Perkins is probably going to come back next week. Don't care. I honestly hope that they cut him, or I hope he, goes on IR or something like that. Our number one receiver going into next week is going to be Roger Lewis Jr. So there's that. So, like I said, I'm also going to do a 2018 mock draft as well. So you guys let me know. If you want to see that, I'll probably come out with that soon. Not anytime soon, probably in the next coming weeks, because I really haven't went through this draft class. And I'm also going to make a potential draft picks for the New York Giants. I don't know. Jerry Reese, man, that's the thing. I'm hoping we get a top 5 draft pick, if not top 3. But really, what are we expecting from Jerry Reese? I really hope he loses his job this year. Let this be, guys, all Giants fans, let this be a motivation. Let us go 0-16. Fine, whatever. I promise you, this is the last straw. I guarantee you Jerry Reese will lose his job if we get less than 3 wins this year. I promise you, they will not keep him. Ben McAdoo they may keep, because I'm not saying I want this to happen, but they may do that because they already came out saying they're going to stick with Ben McAdoo. They're not going to give up on him, and it seems to be the case right now, because remember Tom Coughlin, he struggled early in his coaching career, and what happened? He became one of the best Giants coaches, to come into to be a Giant, the best Giants coaches ever. So, there's that. So. They may stick with Ben McAdoo. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Hopefully they don't. But I guarantee you they're going to get rid of Jerry Reese if, nothing happens, and we get like 3 wins or less than that. So I'm rambling on. I don't know what else to talk about, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys want, drop some questions. I may do a Q&A video just for the hell of it. Just to have something to talk about. So I may drop a Q&A video, so go ahead and drop all your questions and stuff like that. That's if I wind up doing it, but just drop them anyway. Giants related, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I'll see you guys in the next video.